Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today you find me out exploring Chichester in West Sussex. Chichester has its origins in Roman times. The Romans entered this area in 43 AD via Bosham and populated a lot of this area. The feature that we're coming up to here is the old market cross that dominates the high streets and shopping centre, built between 1477 and 1503 so that the poor people could sell their wares and as a meeting point, replacing an old wooden cross that was previously there. As you can see, filming this in December 2021. We're just going to head to the east down the main shopping street. As you can see, the buildings in this area generally are Victorian or early 20th century. Some more Victorian buildings over on the left, and we're going to head to the northeast along the old city walls. As I said before, this was a Roman settlement originally, and the city walls were 2 meters wide, constructed of cement and flint. What we're seeing here now is the later medieval walls, and often used now as a promenade for people to take walks through the city. As you can see, outside the city walls we've got newer construction in this part of the town. There's a lot of restaurants and cafes in this area, sort of quite popular and trendy. Looking out over the rest of the city, you can probably see the cathedral there in the distance, and we're going to head to the northeast to Priory Park. As you can see, the road cuts through the city walls in this section. Priory Park is the area that had a Motte and Bailey castle in. As you can see, the castle would have been originally made of wood and has been destroyed, but the mound that the Motte and Bailey castle used to sit on is still there. And just coming up on the Franciscan monk priory, now currently used for wedding events and things like that. There's the Motte and Bailey Castle with the children play area in the background. Unusual for this park to feature a budgery cage, so if you are visiting here with children, bring them along to this park because they'll love spending time looking at the birds flying backwards and forwards. This is what remains of the Franciscan monks' hospitarium, again constructed of flint. Not sure what part of the building this is, but preserved for everyone to see. This is supposedly a statue of Moses that featured at a water fountain that used to be in South Street and has now been relocated to Priory Park. This is what remains of a Roman bath. You can find this in Chichester Museum, the Novarium. It's near the cathedral. Also got some sections of mosaic to look at. There is a downstairs and upstairs, quite a small museum, but definitely worth having a look as it's a free attraction. I'm going to head to the south of the cathedral now, through again some old wall sections. Round the back here there's a lot of support buildings that would have been here for the cathedral, at the end of this road is the Bishop's Palace, and some old cottages down here on the right, probably for the people that would have worked at the cathedral. The cathedral was built from around the 11th century right the way through to the 15th century, and constructed in a mainly Gothic style. Just coming up on the Bishop's Palace here, just through the gate and to the right. Here again the cottages that flank this pathway that takes us down to the cloisters to the south of the cathedral. When you're walking around Chichester, you'll find lots of little places like this, small alleyways and pathways, and if you take yourself off the beaten path in Chichester, you'll find these old gems and very well restored, probably medieval buildings mainly, but very interesting place to walk around if you're into your history and architecture. Going into the cloisters and heading round to the cathedral. Off to the left here is a restaurant that supports the cathedral. So we're currently closed, so I couldn't show you around it on this occasion, but height of tourism will be in the summer. Interestingly, up on the top of the cathedral there is some peregrine falcons that live up there. Couldn't spot them on my visit on this occasion. So this is the main entrance to the cathedral, and coming up on this corner here, just wanted to show everyone a symbol I've been coming across quite commonly in this area. It's called a pagan Awen symbol, I believe. Not sure why it's located on the cornerstone on this cathedral. Previously found this on St Mary's Church in Binstead, and also on a standing stone up by Harrow Hill on the South Downs. So over to the left is the old bell tower. As you can see, the bell tower hasn't been restored yet, and you can see what the cathedral would have looked like prior to its restoration. They've done a magnificent job, and I think it's taken them about sort of 20 years to go through this restoration. I was at college in Chichester in the 90s, and at that point they were doing the restoration, so yeah, probably 20-30 years has taken them to get it to this state of restoration. Amazing to see the size and complexity of this structure, and the fact that, like I said, it's at least a minimum of 500 years old. You'll often find the services get recorded for TV in here. Didn't come across anybody doing that on this occasion, but I have been in here before when they have been recording, I would imagine for the BBC. If you'd like to visit the rest of my channel, I've done a small short on the glass panel on the floor and it features the Roman mosaic underneath the cathedral floor. Interestingly, it has a swastika in it. So I'm going to take you for a walk round the Bishop's Palace Gardens. This area is in the southwest of the city, again just within the city walls. These sort of walled gardens became popular in England around the 18th, 19th century. As you can see, this one's mainly constructed of brickwork, so this would be a later addition, not a medieval part, I would imagine, but features a quite varied amount of trees and plants, from palm trees to monkey puzzle trees to beech trees, chestnuts. Interesting place to walk around should you come to visit Chichester. So this is the main part of the gardens. I'm going to head up onto the city walls, get some better views over the gardens. Just over in the distance there is the college and main road. I guess if you're not walking on foot, you might miss this section of the city out, because the walls give you quite a lot of privacy and also hide it away from the passing motorist. To the north of the city is the South Downs National Park, featuring just above Chichester the Trundle Neolithic hill forts, and you'll also find in the South Downs lots of other types of hill forts featured on my channel. So I'm going to sign off here and let you enjoy the rest of the video. Just going to give you a quick tour around the rest of the gardens, having a look at the trees and greenery. So I'd like to say thank you for watching the video. Hope you found it useful, and if you could like and subscribe to the channel, it will help me make a lot more videos just like this. Thanks for watching.